Good morning, Murfreesboro City Schools. No, I said good morning, Murfreesboro City Schools. All right, so we are trying to get all of our colleagues in here today. So if you have an open seat by you, if you just raise your hand, so all these people standing around will see that we have open seats. Just hold your hand up until you get a partner beside you.
Good morning. Welcome to back to school. Now, here's the deal. I'm sure yesterday it's like you woke up, you're like, this is great, first day of school, my principal's gonna have breakfast for me, you go, and then this morning you're like, and we're doing it again. Right? But we're glad to have you here today as we kick off the year. I know I can say one thing for sure. You're going to be tired at the end of the day because we're back into a schedule. But I can promise you, you will not be as tired as you will be next Friday. That is my promise to you. But we're excited to have a great day today. Welcome back. We're glad to have our EAs here, and we're glad to have, I know some of you guys are in overflow rooms, so those of you in the overflow rooms, just know we're watching as well. So keep that in mind. You have to be on behavior, your good behavior there too. But welcome EAs. I think I've met all of our teachers. If I haven't met you as an EA, I'm Trey Duke. I'm the director of schools, and welcome to the greatest school district in the state of Tennessee. It's going to be a great year. But we're going to start off really great. I have two very important special guests with us, both the chair and the vice chair of our school board, Mr. Butch Campbell and Miss Amanda Moore. Let's give them a hand and welcome them up. Yeah, you do have to, Mr. Campbell. That's right.
Good morning. Well, I have to say, this is such a good-looking bunch. I feel like teachers, we talk a lot about teacher superpowers, and I think a really kind of underappreciated one is the ability to take a screen print shirt and do something really stylish with it. So I'm really impressed with this. I feel like Lisa Trail, we should do like a, project runway, like project hallway for the shirts. But if you think about it, that's really, what we do in public education. We're given something, and then we have to be creative, and we have to put hard work in it, maybe a little bit of glitter glue, and then we do something really beautiful with these students at the end of the year based on what we get. And so I just appreciate all of you for your ability to do that. On the school board, our job is to try to make your job doing that transition from taking what you get, turning it into something beautiful. We're here to try to support that. So please let us hear from you this year, what you need, what's going well, what we could do to make things better, and just welcome back for another great year.
And a very pleasant good morning to you. Got one thing I wanted to, any of you do any kind of construction work this summer? Outside in the heat? The good thing about having to come back over here today and start the new year is you're going to be cool, you're going to be warm, you're not going to be out in the elements, and I think that's a positive. Two questions. If April showers bring May flowers, what do May flowers bring? Come on, think. What? Pilgrims. Oh, I got you on that one. All right, here's another one. You see, I work with elementary kids for a long time. All right, now let me ask you this question. What zodiac sign would you connect with the hippie movement of 1960? What? Aquarius, that's right. Yes, ma'am, good deal. You did well. Hey, I welcome you back to another school year. And I will echo what Amanda has said. You have a wonderful, let me say that again, you have a wonderful school board. In fact, they have been nominated for School Board of the Year with Tennessee School Board Association. So, that's a plus. We have 7 members of that board, and all 7 of us get along well with each other. We don't argue. We don't bicker. We don't get on TV camera often unless somebody wants to come by and complain about a book, but then we do. But that's all right. That was amazing to me, but still. But you do have a wonderful board, and I am very proud to be able to serve on that. And I'm proud to be their chairman, but it's a good position. It's a good job. We want to do what's best for you, for all employees, and certainly for the students. So welcome back to a wonderful school year. Kick it off. Have a good day today, and maybe Trey's going to provide breakfast Monday.
Thank you, sir. I don't know about that. I will say I was a little nervous when you started asking who did construction because I was afraid you were going to ask someone to put in a pool for you. And I was like, well, let's not do that. Let's not do it. But no, we do have a great school board that really is dedicated to our students. And it's just a pleasure to work for them. A group of 7 people who really have one goal, which is to make the best education for kids and the best working environment for teachers. And so we appreciate that and their leadership. But we're thrilled to welcome you back today to the 25-26 school year. Now, I don't know about you, but I got into education a lot longer ago than I think I did. And so to say 2025 kind of blows my mind a little bit. But all that to say, here we are. And of course, what do we want in Murfreesboro City is to make sure every student, every employee, everyone that interacts with our district is known, is safe, is challenged, and is empowered. But I know we're all probably feeling a little different this morning. Some are excited, some are tired. Some can't believe you're here. Some of you maybe have new babies that you're coming back to work for them. And however you're here, we're glad you're here. But I'd like to know what you can relate to. So I got some quick videos, and it's real easy. If you can relate to this video, I just need you to stand up. That's right. But kind of like a that's me. So if this is you, stand up. Hopefully my sound works here, right? Here we go. No sound. That's all right. You can read it. Don't know. Who can that? Thank you. Thank you. That's right, that's me. I don't know what's going on with my sound. Can you help me in the back with the sound? Let's try it again. We're going to get it working. It worked during the test run. Any help back there, maybe? Okay, worked in the test run. All right, now where are my first-year teachers? First year. All right, thank you. Thank you. Okay. First year, I see the hand. Stand up for me, John Pittard. Yeah. Okay, first year, give him a hand. Now there you go. Now I just need one of my first years. What year, what did it say? What year were you born? Who will tell me? Oh, God. So I'm going to ask this question again. Who can relate to this? Go ahead and stand back up. 2003. I had a job and I was teaching in 2003. No sound? We're not getting it? Does he know I'm looking for it? There we go. Let's try it. All right, how about this one? Let's see if it works. Can you relate to this one? Come on, stand up if you can relate. You can relate. Thank you, Janice. If you can relate. Now, come on. Now, Maria, I saw Dr. Johnson. She is not happy. Our HR person is not happy. Watch it. It's important. Just because you've seen it 20 times doesn't mean you don't need a reminder. All right? Can you relate to this one? Here we go. Oh, there you go. Who is it? Your bestie. You're back with your bestie. Who's back with their bestie? That's right. Back with the bestie. You missed them. I saw you coming in with those, bringing their coffee to them. All right, here we go. And because we all know how lucky the kids are when they see that I am their teacher, here you go. Who can read? That's right. Stand up. Who's like, that's right. Kids are so excited that they're in your roster. They are pumped. They are pumped. So however you feel this morning, whatever you can relate to, we are thrilled to have you back, and it's going to be a great year. I also want to say a huge thank you to all my summer school teachers. Last time you have to stand. Where are my summer school teachers? Stand up. Stand up. All my summer school teachers. We had 1,000 students in summer school this year, and the people that are standing have had all of 3 days off, so be very kind to them. But thank you for a very just amazing summer school experience and for your dedication to work in our summer school sites this year. But we always want to start everything we do with grounding ourselves in the mission of Murfreesboro City Schools. And if you've been here a while, hopefully you have this memorized and you're so tired of me talking about it. But if you're new to us, it's important to remember that our mission in Murfreesboro City Schools is to assure or to guarantee that every student, each and every one we have, is both academically and personally successful. And that's a really high bar, and that's hard to do, but it's what we've been tasked with and what we have to focus on. And when I was reflecting on last year, I always like to spend some time reflecting, I was thinking about how did we fulfill our mission last year. And I think we did a pretty good job of it. When we talk about students being personally successful, having everything they need to access academics and to shine in areas that maybe aren't in the math and the ELA world, did we succeed? And I would say we did. Whether our band teachers who put together our MCS Honor Band to put together an amazing performance, our multiple students across schools who went to the National Invention Convention this year, students who were to participate in our sports clinics, from basketball to a football one to bowling night to pickleball, we did all of them. Our art teachers who put on amazing student art displays everywhere from our city hall to Cheekwood to the Frisk Museum. Those teachers and those school counselors who helped their students participate in the Amazing Shake competition. Where's my Bradley teacher? My Bradley staff putting on an amazing performance of Aladdin at Patterson Park. All the robotics teams that participated. The fact that our ESP staff offered consistent before and after school care to over 2,000 students every day, right? Whether or not our school nutrition team who served over 2 million meals last year, all free of charge. We sent home nearly 19,000 weekend food bags so kids didn't go hungry. And we offered over 16 parent universities to help our parents know that they have the skills they need to be the best and the first teacher that their kids are ever going to have. And I'm really proud. So let's give it up for all the great things we were able to do last year. But not only did we meet that goal of personal success, but we also met that goal of academic success. And I know your principals will be talking to you maybe yesterday, maybe in the days to come, about your school-specific scores of how our students did last spring when they took that assessment. But I am thrilled to say that once again we have sustained those historic ELA gains that we've made since 2021. And once again we outperformed the state by over 2.5 percentage points. So give it up to our ELA teachers. In math, we saw similar successes where our math proficiency increased, and we showed our highest math score since 2021. And we outperformed the state by over 5.5 percentage points. So way to go, math teachers. In science, we increased our science proficiency scores, and wait for it, saw our highest science proficiency scores since to date in our district. So we're thrilled about that. And then where's all my ESL teachers? Right? Give it up for our ESL teachers. How about this? We exited 16.5% of our ESL students, which was an increase of 4.6%. Over 57% of our ESL students met the growth standard, which was an increase of 3.1%. And that took every teacher in our district. Give yourself a hand for these amazing accomplishments. So today really is about celebrating our successes, but it's also about looking forward to how do we continue to build on that. What is that next step for us as a district so we can say again next year, once again, we're seeing the highest gains that we've ever seen in our district. And that's because of the work you do in classrooms every day. We talk about our circle of supports. We talk about the fact that the core of what we do is a teacher and a student is to work every day to improve what happens between a teacher and a student. And when we do that, that's how we improve. So I did some reading this summer thinking about us as a district. What is our next step? And I came across this report from TNTP called The Opportunity Makers. And they did an in-depth research about 28,000 schools across this country. And they identified what they called trajectory-changing schools. And they said, what we found in our research is that these schools weren't preparing students for the next grade level, although it's essential. These schools were literally changing the trajectory of a child's life. What we know in Murfreesboro City Schools is that to date we are serving a higher number of historically underserved and historically at-risk students than we ever have before. So this idea of we can be, as a school system, the trajectory-changing movement in that child's life is incredibly motivating to me and makes me want to get up and do what I do every day. And so when I think about how can we learn from them, what did they find, what we can do, that really appealed to me. So what did they find in this research, right? Let's talk first what they did. They studied 28,000 elementary and middle schools, where the average student in that school was not yet on grade level. And then they looked at the top 5% of those schools who help students catch up by gaining more than 1.3 years of learning per academic year. So what does that mean? It means in 3 years, those students are gaining a full extra year of learning. And what really made these schools stand out, these trajectory-changing schools, is that they have sustained that 1.3 years of growth for over a decade. So it wasn't a flash in the pan. It wasn't they had one great year. It wasn't one superstar teacher who came in and did it. But for over a decade, students in these schools are showing enormous gains so that in 3 years, they are actually growing a whole extra grade level. So let's put that in perspective. 28,000 schools, 5% were able to do that. 5%. And I read that and I think, why not us? If it can be done, I want to be in that top 5%. That's what I want for our students. That's what I want for you because of the hard work you do. And ultimately, that's what I want for our community. So what does that look like? So let's look at that bottom row there. Schools with average learning rates. What they said in an average school, if you take a student who's a year and a half behind, and let's be clear, you're going to have some students walk into your classrooms next week that are a year and a half behind. And they said in the average school, they're going to show a whole year of growth, but guess what? In 3 years, they're still going to be a year and a half behind. And that's not going to lead to long-term success. That's not a trajectory-changing school. You became trajectory-changing when they looked at that top 5% and found that over 3 years, they started a year and 3 months behind, but they actually ended on grade level. It's doable, it's possible, and when we focus on it, we can do it for every student. I said this to our new teachers, and I say it all the time. One of my core beliefs is that teachers are the most powerful weapons we have to combat, future poverty, to combat students getting out of poverty, to making sure they have a pathway to success. And I'm a firm believer that just because a student walks in your classroom and maybe can't read on grade level and can't do basic math and can't stay in a seat for more than 2 minutes doesn't mean he has to walk out of your classroom that way. You are the change agent, and you can't ever forget that. So what did they find? They found a couple things, some which I feel like we're doing really well here in Murfreesboro. All of them is present, but there was one that really resonated with me. And what they said is that in trajectory-changing schools, there was a shared commitment to deliver consistent, grade-level instruction every day. Every day. And I think about that if you've been with us a few years, a couple years ago, we were literally counting down the weeks, right? We had to focus on the 36 because I said we only get 36 weeks. We get about 174 actual days where students come into our building. And so every moment counts. And so for them to say what really made the difference was really about how intentional the teachers were in that building to deliver consistent grade-level instruction every day, knowing that some of our students are going to need more support. I read it and I was like, well, that's not earth-shattering. That's pretty, for lack of, kind of pretty basic. But it really resonated with me with this quote that's really been my guiding quote from this school year. And I love it. And it says, at the end, it's not the brilliance of a few that's going to drive results. It's not the brilliance of a few. It's the consistency of the many. And this, all of us in this room, we are the many. And so I thought about that and I said, what are those results that we're trying to drive? Well, these are the results. We're trying to guarantee that every kid is both academically and personally successful. And we can do it. And it comes with our consistency. So I looked at this quote and I saw that study and I saw that connection. And I said, that should be our goal for this year in Murfreesboro City. Not to introduce something new, not to try a new program or try a new strategy. Our job this year, our goal this year is just consistency. Let's do good work for every child every day. And not only is it a great quote, but we have research to say that when we are consistently delivering grade level, dependably good lessons, our students are going to thrive. We don't waste those minutes. And I thought about this, right? It says pockets of excellence help many. But our mission is to assure the success of all, right? We're going to get past these pockets of excellence and focus on every teacher, every day, doing good work for kids. Consistency is about stacking good days for all students. And I love that. It's like building a chain, that what I'm learning today is building on tomorrow, is building on the next day, is building on the next day. And that report said when schools can stack good days for students, when they are consistent, you don't have to have pockets of excellence. You can drive results like you've never seen before. So what do we mean, right? Our goal this year, consistently good lessons. What are we talking about? We're talking about focusing every moment on the most important learning for students. What is that's most important for them, and how do we focus every moment on that? Consistently good lessons are built on high expectations and meaningful experiences. We know that some of our students are going to walk in our classroom needing more support than other students, but we hold every student to high expectations. And it's because we do that work already why we saw the historic gains we've been seeing in places like our ESL classes, because we're holding all students to high expectations. We want to do it every day for every child. In consistently good lessons, we're focused on closing that gap between what students can do and what they can't do yet. I have a clear understanding that every child can grow, and I know that consistently good lessons are prepared with purpose, they're intentional, they're delivered with clarity, and they're adapted with responsiveness. So nothing new this year. No new this we want everyone to try. No new let's throw this out and start over. This year we're focused on consistently good lessons in every classroom for every student every day. And when we do that, we can become a trajectory-changing school. This is one of my favorite quotes. I've used it for years. It's actually from a prayer from Archbishop Oscar Romero. And he says, we cannot do everything, and there's a sense of liberation in knowing that. This enables us to do something and to do it very well. A lot of our children are going to walk in carrying a lot of burdens. A lot of our children are going to walk in needing a lot from us. And sometimes I think that can be overwhelming. And sometimes even as a teacher walking in a classroom with all the expectations, it's overwhelming on us just from the academic side. And I love this because it reminds us, we can't do everything. And teachers like to be superheroes. It's in our nature. That's what we do. That's why we got into the profession. So we have to remind ourselves, we can't do everything, and that's okay. Be liberated in that. But what can you do? What is in your control? And then commit to doing that very, very well. And what's in our control is delivering consistently good, dependably good lessons to every child every day. We can do that, and we can do it very well. So again, at the end of the day, it's not about the brilliance of the few. Our goal this year is the consistency of the many. And so our theme as we go through this year, and if you were with me last year, it's not Quantuvis, no Latin. Lisa Trill made me promise no Latin words this year. But our theme this year is simple, right? That's what we want. The consistency of the many is built on this commitment that we are not going to miss moments. We're going to take advantage of everyone we have. So we're going to make sure that we're not going to miss moments to ensure that every day is used to its fullest to maximize student learning. No missed moments to ensure every staff member is equipped, is supported, and is empowered to be their best. And no missed moments to ensure we stack every day with dependably good lessons. That's our goal, clear, focused, that's our mission. And today as you go through your session, I hope you see that anchored in everything we do. This idea of how do we get better at just being consistently good for our students. The consistency of the many, all right? That's what we're working toward this year. It is going to be a fantastic year. I am so excited about what we have in store. I am so excited about what I've seen. I love everyone's new t-shirts, even those who have not sent me one yet, right? But it's going to be a fantastic year, and together we're going to do really, really good things for kids, and hopefully you're going to feel really, really good things are done for you by our district office as educators. Thanks for being here. It's going to be fantastic. Sherry, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Well, good morning. Let's give another round for Dr. Trey Duke. We are looking forward to a great school year, as Dr. Duke said, and we are very excited about the wonderful day of learning and collaborating with each other today. You're going to see some new faces, and I'm very thrilled for you to meet them. They have worked extremely hard for today and for the school year, so you're going to learn a lot from them. The QR code is on the screen. If for some reason it is not working, we sent you a PDF this morning so that you can check schedules. If you need any help throughout the day, we'll be over where the coffee and water bar is at and are happy to help you. Before I make one last announcement and we move for the day, Dr. Cramble is here from MTSU. One thing we're so proud of is our partnership with MTSU, and he has a really quick announcement for you. Dr. K.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm Kevin Crambiel. I'm here at MTSU, and I run the EDD program in Assessment, Learning, and Student Success. I'm here to talk real briefly this morning for you, because we've also taken on the role as a little bit of a research team on behalf of MCS. And so we do some independent research, independent of all of them, and blind all of it and share the results so hopefully the team can just keep growing and getting better. This past year we started, and this year we're going to continue a look at why teachers stay. And so we're really trying to gather we're looking for people to sign up for a less than an hour interview to talk about what things make you stay and what things might make you stay longer, because we think that the best teacher in the classroom is not bringing someone in from out, but keeping the best ones we have right here in the building. We'd like to kind of look at what we're doing well here and what we could do better. We'll gather all the information, keep it independent, blind from them, and then share a result with them to hopefully inform MCS so it just keeps the best teachers here longer. So anyway, I'll be hanging out near the water cooler for the next hour or so. If you would be willing to participate in the interview, I'm just looking for just a name and a sign up, and you give me times, and we'll reach out to you. But that's I'll be hanging out over there by the water coolers, and I would appreciate it if you'd come by. Thank you.
Thank you. So go see Dr. K if you're interested in that research. It's really beneficial to us. So as Dr. Duke said, this year our theme is no missed moments. And if you're like me, everybody loves a sticker, right? So we have stickers for you today that say no missed moments. So if you'll see the ladies when you leave to head for your first session, you'll get your very first sticker of the school year. So stick it proudly, right? Stick it proudly. We hope everybody has the best day. Your first session begins at 9 o'clock. Thank you.
Do I need to tell them that we're going to clear out so they can drop
Well, they've got a little bit of time.